Captain, what are you talking about? It appears to be a blackout. Everything is all black.
We ready for y'all. We ready. We ready. We ready.
Yo. It's your boy Jamar, Top Shelf Sports Talk. Back with another live. Oh, man. This week we're going to talk about the Eagles versus the Dolphins. Sunday Night Football. Good morning, Mom. We ready? I know you ready. Appreciate you being on this morning. Eagles versus the Dolphins, Sunday Night Football. But before we get to that, let's talk about that hated game last week against the Jets, where every one of us is, if we could curse on here, we would curse the Eagles out because that game just, oh man, I truly still don't know what our offensive identity is. We don't run the ball, and I said this on the live last week. I said that because the Jets secondary was banged up, watch they try to throw the ball all over the field to get the wide receivers, some plays and yards or whatever to get their stats padded. And it was like if they didn't come out and do that, I think like the first 4 or 5 plays was all passes. It was like no runs. So when you're passing the ball, and I keep saying this, I feel like a broken record. Week in, week out, you keep passing the ball. You don't want to run the ball. You got running backs. What do you think a defense is going to do? The defense is just going to start keying on your receivers, playing zone. What's up, E? Yeah, that's what I say. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. But if you're not running the ball, a team is just going to key on your receivers. They're going to key on your receivers. They're going to tell you to beat us with your receivers, and they're going to put pressure on Hurts all day long. And you've seen what happened with Hurts. He's throwing dumb passes. He shouldn't even be in those situations against these teams. That first 5 or 6 games should have been wins. We should beat the Jets last week. We should have beat the Jets. The people would say Jalen Hurts cost us the game. He throwing an interception. It wasn't Hurts. I mean, he did throw a dumb interception, but you're not running the ball. You're not keeping the defense on. You know, you're not mixing it up so the defense could be on. They could be off key. They don't know what you got. See, like this team, we get ready to play the Dolphins. You got to respect both parts of the game because they can run the ball effectively and they can pass the ball effectively. So you can't just key on one factor of that team and try to stop it because the other part of it will beat you. That is what we supposed to have been doing. That is what the Eagles should have been doing. We should have been mixing up the run with the pass, keeping that just because they didn't want to play. They knew they were going to lose. They came in with the idea like, oh, this team is a good team. Like, I don't think that we're gonna beat this team. But we gave them the game because the coaching was like, yo, let's get stats. Let's get stats. We want AJ to get stats. We want Devontae to get stats. Goddard. We want all these guys to get stats. Now you bringing in I'm they got me hyped, man. They got me pissed off because they should have been 6-0. We should have been the only undefeated team in the league. The 49ers went down earlier that day. We should have been the only undefeated team in the league, but we not because we got are coordinators who got their heads stuck up there. You know what? And they're not understanding the game. They overcomplicating the game. You got Swift, you got Gainwell, you got I don't even know what's going on with Penny. I know he was sick last week, but you got running backs, Boston Scott, and you're like, I'm not using them. I'm not using my running backs because I don't need to. And at the end of the day, it's like, why did you get running backs if you're not going to use them? Now this week you add Julio Jones in the mix, which is another receiver. So means to tell me, and I hope they don't do this. I swear, I hope they don't do this. I believe that they're going to go pass heavy again and try to get Julio Jones the ball, especially with AJ Brown. And it's like that's a recipe for disaster because the longer you keep the more you let the Dolphins offense be on that field, the more damage they cause. They're the fastest team in the league for a reason. You have to say to yourself, I'm gonna keep that offense on the sideline for as much of the game as I can. That way they can't beat us. And that way it doesn't tire out our defense. We're banged up defensively. I mean, we got some injuries that Reed Blankenship is not playing. Sidney Brown get his first start. Um, Bradley Roby, who we just signed to be in that slot, he's out. Um, we Jalen Carter will be back this week. Darius Slay, I think he'll be back this week. Milton Williams is I think he's playing. Eli Ricks is out, and I think Talupa Toda, I forget his name. Marlon is playing, but we suffering injuries on defense that we can't afford to put our team in a position where we're not running the ball effectively on offense if you getting giving the other team the ball right back and putting our defense out there. You're not doing our defense no justice by doing that. So we got this week going into this week. We gotta establish that run. I was thinking they're going. I was thinking the same thing. They're gonna go pass heavy. Yeah, I believe too because at the end of the day, like you signed Julio Jones, which is he's an upgrade over uh Amakias and what you call Watkins. They hurt, but at the end of the day, like you do not need to go pass heavy on this team because if you don't convert and you're not putting up points, you're putting your defense back out there on the field. Which they got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, each H&A playing, but most of this playing. They got a good tight and Tua's throwing the ball. Like Tua's throwing that ball all over the place. So you can't put your defense in that position where they're out there on that field defending defending the fastest team in the league. Keep that offense on the sideline, run the ball, tire their defense out, and score some points. You gotta be able to mix it up, man. Like Jalen Hurts last week threw 45 times. 45 times. That's way too much. I mean, I'm not saying he's not capable of doing it, but it's way too much. Swift, he only had 10 rushing attempts. 10. 10 rushing. That's come on, man. 10 rushing. He's he was averaging like 7 yards a carry. For him to only have 10 rushing attempts is sad. It's really sad, man. Like it's crazy. You have to run the ball. What's up, Tyrone? What's going on, man? We're gonna get on your show next week, boy. Be ready, because if this Eagles team tonight go out there and stress me out, we're gonna have a lot to talk about, you know. But Jalen, I mean, like, 10 rushing attempts for Swift, that ain't good, man. That ain't good. You're just being predictable at that point. And if you're gonna be predictable, like what you expect the team to do, you should be able to beat these teams. Like the Jets should have been a no-brainer. A no-brainer. Like run the ball when they commit to the run, you go over the top with the pass. Like it should be a no-brainer. I don't get it, man. Like is this we overcomplicating the game for no reason. What's your thoughts on offense? The coordinator, you know what, I was saying this last week. Um, I they Lane Johnson was on Pat McAfee's show, and apparently Nick Sirianni is calling plays along with Brian Johnson. So I was going on Brian Johnson a lot, like, he was to blame for this because he was not running the ball. But when Lane Johnson said that, it seemed like it's more Nick Sirianni than Brian Johnson. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that Nick Sirianni is calling these plays too. And we know when Shane Steichen was here, Shane Steichen said to him, like, listen, man, if you want to win, you gotta give me that you gotta give me that position. You guys rely on me to call these plays. And what happened? We mixed it up. We got to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Facts, they had to run the ball. Hey, hold on. Here go a hater, right? This guy's a Dallas Cowboys fan, right? He talking trash because the Cowboys beat the Chargers by a field goal. Congratulations to your Chargers, man. I mean your Cowboys. The Chargers, they let me down Monday night. They should have beat that game. But congratulations to you. You're a hater. You're a hater. What you say? I see the good thing behind you. That's the Sixers. Yeah, yeah, got Billy all day long. Got that McNabb jersey. I got my Eagles jersey. I hope y'all got y'all Kelly Greens on today. You know what I mean? Because it's a Kelly Green type of day. But but we got to run the ball. The Chargers did what we know them to be. Yeah, I mean, listen, the Chargers. They're talking about getting rid of that coach, but they still should beat y'all. The y'all not. I can't wait to play y'all. Put it like that. Can't wait to have you on. So when we play y'all, we're gonna tear y'all out. Man, listen, I'm getting back to my show, Smitty. You get me out of character right now. Listen, at the end of the day, man, when it comes to this Eagles team, like, it's very simple. You got a balanced team. Like, you got tight end, you got receivers, you got running backs, you got a quarterback, you got the best offensive line in the league. Why not use that all to your ability on your offense? What do you say? Y'all should have bet abandoned the run. Yeah, the pass game was lighting up, but y'all throwing the ball, y'all quarterback. Yeah, listen, when you when the defense knows what you're going to do, when the defense knows that you're going to throw the ball, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to drop back in coverage, just like they did with that last play when he threw the interception going to Goddard. He stared Goddard down the whole play. They dropped back in coverage because they knew they was going to run the ball. Yeah, we didn't keep them honest. Like, we definitely didn't keep them honest, man. Like, they knew exactly what we were going to do when we was going to do it. You can't be and playing against the Dolphins tonight. You can't do that because if you're going three and out and you got the fastest team and the fastest offensive team in the league, what do you think they're going to do to our hurt, broke down defense? They're going to light us up. They're going to light us up because our defense is going to be tired. Our secondary is hurt. You know what I mean? Like, so what do you think they're going to do to us? If we're not getting pressure on Tua, which I hope we can get some pressure on Tua, because we got Jalen Carter coming back. Fletcher's going to be out there. Hassan is going to be out there. So hopefully we get some pressure on Tua. If we get pressure on Tua, it makes it a lot easier for our secondary to be able to play coverage. But if he's getting that ball out there, we ain't getting no pressure on him, they're going to tear us apart. So it's important. It's very important that we run that ball. It's very important. Y'all better keep Miami honest. The offense is jet speed. Yeah, lightning, y'all can throw, but still y'all got to keep the offense off the field. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Smitty. We got to be able to run that ball. If we can't run that ball against this team, like, what are we going to be? What are we doing? What are we doing? Because we're going to lose. If we don't keep that offense on the sideline as much as we can, we're going to lose. You're playing in front of your home field. You're playing in front of your home field, your home crowd. You got the momentum. Keep that offense on the side of the field, on the sidelines, watching the game as much as you can to keep the pressure off your defense. But with that said, defense, when you're out there, the times that you're out, you got to get pressure on Tua. I don't want to see the man get hurt. I just don't want to see him finish this game. He can come back next game and the game after that, but I want him out for this game. Put him out for this game. Like that, I mean, and it's a gladiator sport. Sad to say it like that, but that's what that's again, like I'm an Eagles fan. I want to win. I do want to play against the best players that the other team has, but also don't want to stress out about it neither. Slade gonna get barbecue baked by Hill, so y'all got to keep pressure. But against the Dolphins, that sounds easier said than done. Yeah, I don't think that now. Obviously, Slay. I don't think we have a cornerback that could keep up. I don't even think there's a cornerback in the league that could probably keep up with Tyreek Hill. He's one of the fastest players in the league. Um, Barbecue bake, maybe, maybe. And that's me being honest with you, maybe. But I'm not gonna say that because that's my team. Um, but he's definitely if he's out there on an island alone by himself, he's definitely gonna get beat. Definitely, that's just obvious. You know what I mean? Because that's that's Tyreek Hill, one of the fastest players in the game. One of the fastest players in the game. So, at the end of the day, I do see it being tough for Slay. I do see it being tough for any quarterback, Bradbury, especially not nobody in the slot because Bradley Roby's out. Um, I see it hard for them. That's why you have to keep that offense on the sidelines as much as you can because you can't cover these guys. These guys are too fast. They're lightning quick. It's hard to cover them. You know what I mean? Last week against the Jets, man, like that was the perfect game for us to have a balanced attack. That was the perfect game for us. They had a good defense, but that was the perfect game for us to have a balanced attack, and we came out one dimensional. We came out one dimensional, and it's sad. It's sad. It stinks. We should have definitely ran the ball effectively on that team, and then once they committed to trying to stop the run, then you go over the top to AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, or Dallas Goddard. We should have definitely did that last week. There there ain't there ain't a quarterback in the league that can keep up with Hill unless you muscle him on the line and the bump and run coverage and throw him off his route and with some safety help in the back just in case he gets back in the play for but if y'all GBs don't give up nothing deep, y'all might be good this game. Yeah, I mean, but that's a big if. That's a big if, Smitty. Like, what I mean? It comes down to what you just said now. Like you gotta run the ball. But if your DBs don't give up nothing over the top, but you're putting these guys in vulnerable positions if you keep putting them out there on the field by passing the ball and going three and out. Like you can't keep putting those guys in those vulnerable positions if going to if you're not going to run the ball. You're putting all the pressure on your defense when you don't run the ball because you want to milk the clock as much as you can. You want to keep that offense on the sideline. I've been saying it all show so far. I keep saying the same thing. It almost feel like I should be able to go out there and be a coordinator. Like I should be able to go out there and call these plays. Because me, I'm going old fashioned, old school. And I know that ain't the way of the league no more. I know the league has changed, but I'm going old fashioned, old school. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Oh, you stopping the run? Oh, you committing to stop the run? I'm going over top now. I'm going over top. Y'all see me throwing me off for real, but we'll be doing some nut stuff, and sometimes I don't get it. Yeah, you know what kills me about them? I think that's more Sirianni with the play calling than it is Brian Johnson. I know I was tough on Brian Johnson to start the year, but when Lane Johnson came and said that you know Sirianni and Brian Johnson called plays together, to me, the pass heavy comes from Sirianni. That to me comes from Sirianni because he started out like that when he first took over as the head coach for the Eagles. He started out pass heavy, and Shane Steichen was like, "Listen, if you want to win, rely on me. Let me call the plays, give the play calling up, worry about the team overall, and let me run the ship." And when y'all seen when that happened, it was mixed up. Now my brother Jason, will tell you, no, they've been always pass. Yeah, they've been pass happy, but they also ran the ball last year. Miles Sanders had what 1,200 yards, 1,100 yards last year running the ball. Like he mixed that run in with that pass, and so when the team thought they could stop the run, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith beat you over the top. You you got to look at last year's play calling and say, I need to do more of that so that I can get my team in a better. And plus, the wear and tear, like the quarterback sneaks that you're doing with Jalen Hurts, like come on, why? What do you need to do that for? Why do you need design quarterback runs? Somebody tell me, why do you need a design quarterback run when you got running backs? Hurts not reading these defense right. Do better as well. Yeah, he do. He do. He definitely got to do better when it comes to reading the defense and knowing what the defense is going to do. But also they me in that position. I'm gonna say the coordinators and the coach got to put him in a better position to execute. You can't have that man drop back, and throw 45 times. You can't. You know what I mean? Like he's a great quarterback, but you can't have him dropping back throwing 45 times. You can't, because the defense is going to just stop. They're going to play zone. They're going to drop back in coverage all the time. And if he's still figuring out how to read defenses and things like that, you put them in a bad position. So in my opinion, instead of dropping them back 45 times, drop them back 30 times, 35 times, and run that ball. That way you keep the defense guessing. You keep them on their toes. You keep them not knowing what's going. That is exactly what the Miami Dolphins do. That is exactly what they do. They keep you on your toes because you don't know if they're going to run the ball because they got fast running backs, or they're going to pass the ball because they got fast wide receivers. They're the fastest team in the league, but they keep it mixed up. Now the Bills did show you a blueprint on how to beat them, and that was mainly putting pressure on Tua. Put pressure on Tua, and you will beat this team. And that's what we got to do. Like, if we can't get home against Tua, it's going to be hard. So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're watching the defense play, and you're noticing that they're not getting any pressure on Tua, and Tua's out there picking your team apart, your defense apart, as an offensive coordinator, you say to yourself, like, I gotta help my defense. I got to put my defense in the best position possible to win. As an offensive coordinator, you say that to yourself. You go to your running back and say, this is your game. All four of them, Penny, Swift, Gainwell, and Scott. You go to all four of them and say, we going off of your backs. We're going to run this ball off the four of you, mix it up with the run, so that this team, because that offense can stay on the sideline because they are killing our defense. And our defense is hurt. Our defense is hurt. So you have to help them out. You have to, man. Like, it can't be one dimensional. It can't be pass, 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 pass. Like I said, we got Julio Jones. I swear, and I'm pretty sure y'all Eagles offensive coordinators are listening. Do not force the ball to Julio Jones just to get him involved in the game. Let him be a decoy. Let teams wonder what you're going to do with Julio. Do not say, oh, we got Julio. Let's get him the ball. Let's force him the ball. Let's throw the ball to Julio. Let's throw the ball to AJ. Smitty a little banged up. But we still get him involved. Let's throw the ball. Like, no. Dude, please, Eagles, if you're listening, listen to what I'm saying. Don't overcomplicate the game. Run that ball, mix the run with the pass, and keep this team, this explosive offense off the field as long as you can. It's very, very simple. Let's not try to reinvent the wheel here. Please, let's not try to reinvent the wheel. You know, I've been watching sports and football for a long time. Um, I want to say real quick, shout out to the Phillies. Good win yesterday. I just wanted to put that out there. Swerve Bryce Harper, Real Muto. Oh man, that was a crazy game yesterday. We got to get it done tomorrow. We need y'all in the World Series. But just want to put that out there. Um, Red October, yeah, Red October. You know, I want to give those guys a shout out. They it was bombs away yesterday for a good part of that game. You know, go Phils, yeah. But like I said, man, like when it comes down to this game here, we can't overcomplicate it. We can't make it harder than when it has to be. I mean, this team is a good team. I'm not sitting here saying we should blow the doors off of them because I don't think that's ever going. I don't think that's going to happen. But we darn sure shouldn't struggle because we're playing one dimensional football. I was waiting for your shout out for our shout out. Yeah, I was going to get it in. I meant to get it in the beginning of the show, but that Jets game last week it made me so mad that I forgot all about getting my shout out to the Phillies in. But while I was thinking about it, I had to get it off my chest and let the world know that we appreciate what the Phillies are doing. We want them in the World Series. We want them winning the World Series, and you know, have a parade down Broad Street. I'm coming to that parade. I'm coming. But back to our uh, Eagles. You know what I mean? It's just if we're going to if we're going to be a respected team, especially because we're getting ready to go through a hard stretch. Because I believe next week we got darn, I got to look at the schedule for next week because I think this is our tough run. Man, this guy keeps talking about the Jets, man. Like Smitty, wait, I can't wait till Thursday, Smitty. I'm telling you, Thursday. Um, for getting the forget getting in the getting in it. That's no. I said let's win. We need to win it. You saw you didn't hear me say that. Yeah, I said let's win the World Series because we need that. And the Eagles, I mean the Flyers. Sorry, I'm all over the place. The Phillies deserve that. You know what I mean? They deserve that. You know. So next week is the Commanders, and then so next week is we got two NFC division games: the Commanders and them hated Cowboys. Smitty, you out of control. You say now I was too busy trying to troll. Yeah, I know. See, you trying to troll, trying to be smart. Listen, man, I want to win. I want the World Series. I want to walk. I want to go to the parade in Philly, man. Hey, so I definitely want it. And I want our Eagles to get it. But we got to be able to do what we need to do. And that's the fundamentals. We got to be able to run the ball. Like I said, going into the season, like our team beyond injury, and that's anybody going to say that beyond injury, our team is stacked. Our team is stacked defensively and offensively. You know, but if we're not playing the right football, the right kind of football, then it means nothing. Every team in the city but your Eagles. You listen. I don't even know why you a Cowboys fan. You never really you don't even like half your team. I don't even know why you a Cowboys fan. I need you to really clarify that and tell me why you are a Cowboys fan because you only like probably like two players on your whole team. You know what I mean? Like you're really an undercover Eagles fan, and I wish you would come home, Smitty. Come home. We want you home. We got room on the bandwagon for you. We got a jersey for you. Come on home. You know. But anyway, like I'm saying, he keep messing with me, man. And wait till I get on his show Thursday night. I got something for him, man. But listen, like I said, I'm not going to keep beating the dead horse and saying the same things over and over again. It's very simple. Keys to victory. My keys to victory to get today, and I'd like to hear y'all's. My keys to victory tonight for the Eagles versus Dolphins. Run the ball, number one. Number two, run the ball. Number three, run the ball. My fourth key to victory, I got four. Get pressure on Tua. If you get pressure on Tua, it makes it harder for that team to be explosive as they can be, but you got to get pressure on Tua. So with that being said, man, listen, I'm a predict, and I know it's going to sound biased, I know everybody gonna be like, yeah, you just an Eagles fan, and that's why you picked them, and this, that, and the third. Let's be real. He said Emmitt Smith. Oh man, Emmitt Smith, and you're crazy. I shouldn't have told you that. No, I mean, listen, but nah, I said y'all gotta get pressure on too. Yeah, I mean, Smitty, I'm just messing with you. I know you keeping it real when it comes to us. I know you keeping it real, and I'm just joking with you. But you could come on home though. I know you want to be a Eagle. You want to be back on that Eagles bandwagon. Come on, man. We got room for you. But my victory, I'm going with the Eagles. What's y'all victory? What's y'all score? My score: Eagles 24, Dolphins 21. So I believe Jake Elliott wins the game on the last second field goal. Um, but I have the Eagles winning 24-21, bouncing back off that miserable loss to the Jets. Y'all tell me y'all scores and predictions. And Smitty, you're not welcome to say it because I know you're gonna go with the Dolphins. You know what I mean? I know you're going with the Dolphins. But at the end of the day, you can. It's okay. I ain't mad at you. So I'm getting ready to get into the Week 7 schedule for the NFL, the Pick'em schedule. I hope y'all ready because I got to get back to my top spot. I wasn't top. My mom says 20-7. So you only got the Dolphins, a high power offense, scoring 7 points. Okay, ma. I feel you on that. I want that to happen. I like that. That makes me feel good. I like that. You know. Let me see what this guy said. Now, honestly, I don't know who I got to win this. I think y'all, but Miami is good if Tua is healthy. It's scary. Yeah, I mean, true. But like you said earlier, you gotta get pressure on Tua. That's the key to victory. You get pressure on Tua, you beat this team, you have no problem. But the key is get pressure on Tua. You know what I mean? All right, so this part of the show, like I said, we're gonna go through the Week 7 NFL schedule with your pick'ems. If you're playing pick'em, Smitty, I'm gonna put you down this time. Hopefully, you stay on to pick your teams. Mom, you're on, so I'll put you down. Anybody else want to play? E, if you still on, I put you down, and I'm going. Tyrone, if you're out there, I'm gonna put your name down just in case you're out there. Um, so Week 7 pick'ems. First game. Las Vegas Raiders at the Chicago Bears. That was my dick. What's his name? What's his name? The coach for the Bears. I forget his name, but that was my impersonation of him. Who y'all got? The Raiders versus the Bears. They're at Chicago. Oh, look who's checking in. Oh, hey, Uncle Steve is on too. Okay, let me put y'all down. Joanna, Uncle Steve. All right. So Uncle Steve go Vegas, Joanna go Chicago, um, my mom go Raiders, E go Bears. E, you was top dog that first week. That the week 5, you was top dog. I'm gonna go with the Bears in that game though. I'm gonna go with the Bears. I think the Bears got enough to be able to beat this Raiders team. Um, Raiders, they're good. Devontae Adams, he's not too happy with his role for that team. I don't think he does anything to, like tank or sabotage the team, but he's not too happy when it comes to that team. So I'm going to Bears as well. Um, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, my man Justin Fields goes out there and light the world on fire because he's getting a lot of criticism over the last couple of weeks. Um, but he's a good quarterback, and hopefully he gets it done today. Um, all right, the next game. You saw the number 1 defense last week. take down that 49ers offense, even though the 49ers suffered a couple injuries. Debo went out, Christian McCaffrey went out, but you saw that defense um, played pretty good last week against that 49ers team. What you say, Uncle Steve? Are you sure you want me to pick? I thought you wanted to. Yeah, you. I listen. Competition, Uncle Steve. Competition. I want you to pick because I want you to pick your best picks. So when I take your best picks down, it ain't no talk. So Cleveland at Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson is out for the year. Shoulder surgery. He's done for the year. You got Gardner Minshew. You do got your running backs with that team, and Gardner Minshew has been playing pretty good with that team. So me personally, I don't know if it's enough to be able to beat the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if Deshaun is coming back today though. They said he was a game time decision. Uncle Steve's come in with the Cleveland. Um, but I think that number one defense is a lot. That number one defense is a lot. Everybody's coming in. Joanna says Cleveland. Um, Steve says Cleveland. Uh, my mom says Cleveland. Everybody's going Cleveland. Um, I I want to lean. I'm gonna lean towards that too. I'm gonna go Cleveland too. They got the number one defense. I don't know if Indianapolis is playing pretty good. They got a good defense as well. If Deshaun Watson is not playing, I don't know. I think they'll be all right. Cleveland will be all right. I think they'll be all right. Deshaun can sit out another game. I think, especially this week. I think he'll be all right. So we all going Cleveland on that game. All right, next game, Buffalo at New England. Now before y'all put y'all picks out there, New England has been playing like trash. They have been playing like trash. But do you guys believe or do you guys think that somehow, being as though it's an AFC rival and I think Belichick holds the and this is back when they weren't good, but he holds the he has a winning record against the Browns. I mean not the Browns, the Bills. Do you think that the Bills get it done? I mean the Patriots get it done. Could it be a trap game for the for the Bills? My mom says, oh, I already said the Browns. Joanna says the Patriots. My mom says the Patriots. I don't know, y'all. That's what I said. Uncle Steve says the Buffalo Bills. Um, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think this might be an upset. I think this might be an upset. E went Pats. I think it might be upset too. I'm going with E, man. I'm going Pats. I'm going Pats with the upset. I think it might be one of those trap games for the Bills. Don't get it wrong. The Bills are a good team. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, they got a good squad. But I just think this is a trap game. So I'm going Pats too. Um, let's see the next game. NFC rival or NFC matchup. The Washington Commanders at the New York Giants. Uncle Steve, I know who you picking. You're picking them Giants. They stink, but so do the Commanders. But I know you're going to pick them anyway. Yeah, any given Sunday. Any given Sunday, man. You never know what can happen. You know, Joanna says the Giants. Um, Uncle Steve says the Giants. Uncle Steve, give me your score for that game. I'm going Commanders on that one. I'm going Commanders. I think the Commanders beat y'all. I don't know. I think Sam Howell has the field day on y'all. Is Saquon playing this game? Is Saquon Barkley playing? Because if you're not playing, I don't. You know, my mom goes Commanders too. Uncle Steve says 24-17 Giants. Yeah, you go watch. You go Commanders as well. I don't know, Uncle Steve. I think the Commanders win. I think Sam Howell goes. I think he throws one of his best games on y'all. Y'all just not good this year. And based off the performance y'all had last year, everybody was hyping it up, thinking that y'all was going to be a good team this year. And y'all haven't shown up for that yet. All right, next game, Atlanta at Tampa Bay. This is actually a good game. Atlanta at Tampa Bay is actually a good game. Baker Mayfield has been playing pretty good football. That Tampa Bay team has been surprising to a lot of people. Like that Tampa Bay team has been playing pretty good. The guy Chris Godwin in my fantasy league, so I need him to go off. I definitely need him to go off. I'm like 1-5 in fantasy. I suck. I had a lot of injuries though, but I suck this year. Tampa Bay, Joanna goes Tampa Bay. My mom goes ATL. Um, Uncle Steve goes Tampa Bay. Steve goes. I mean, E goes ATL. Who? That's actually a good game. It's actually a good game. I'm struggling on who I'm gonna pick. I think I'm gonna go. Atlanta let me down last week. Desmond Ritter. I don't know. He's just not. Maybe he's just not a good. Well, not maybe. He's just not a good quarterback. They let me down. So I'm gonna go Bucks. I think the Bucks get it done. Um, I don't know. Desmond Ritter's just not a good quarterback. All right, next game. Detroit at Baltimore. This is a good game too. Detroit is putting the league on notice. I heard people on ESPN radio this week talking about they think that Detroit can go to the Super Bowl. They like, are you kidding me? Detroit, I mean, they good. Don't get it wrong. Joanna goes Detroit. They're a good team. They got a good defense. They got some injuries that when they come back on defense that they're a good you know good team. But hey, it's a tough pick. Yeah, it's definitely a tough pick. Uncle Steve says Baltimore. Baltimore. I don't know, Uncle Steve. I don't really believe them. I don't really believe in them. Like, and I got Lamar Jackson as my fantasy quarterback. I don't know. My mom says Baltimore. Um, I don't know. I think on that game, I'm gonna go Detroit. I think Detroit wins that game. Defensively, Eagles Detroit too. I think the Detroit defense will put a whole ton of pressure on Lamar Jackson, and I think they win that game. Um, Next game, Pittsburgh at the Los Angeles Rams. Pittsburgh at the Los Angeles Rams. Who y'all got? I mean, these are shaping up to be some good games. Like Pittsburgh, if what is his name, the quarterback Pickett if he can stay consistent or get consistent, not stay consistent, get consistent. He has a dog out there in the receiver like George Pickens. Like if he can get him the ball, they can run the ball. I think that team is a good team. Um, I think they do it. Um, Joanna goes Pittsburgh. Uncle Steve says the Rams. My mom says the Rams. Um, he says the Rams. I don't know. I might be. Can y'all still hear me? Y'all can still hear me out there, right? I might be the only person that's going to pick this. I might tell you that I'm going with Pittsburgh. No, Joanna went with Pittsburgh, but I think that Pittsburgh will run the ball. Um, they got a okay defense. Puka and what you call Cooper Cup will have good games. I just think that T.J. Watt will be in Matthew Stafford's face all game long. So if y'all didn't think of that factor, I think he already leads the league in sacks. So if y'all didn't think of that, I don't know what y'all watching. So I'm going Pittsburgh. Y'all got time to change y'all picks if y'all want to change y'all picks, but I got Pittsburgh. All right, next game. Arizona at Seattle. To me, this is kind of a no-brainer. I think Seattle beats Arizona, even though Arizona been playing some good football. Arizona is not the team that we thought they were going to be in that game in this season. They're playing some good football. They're young. You got a new head coach that came from the Eagles, but they've been playing some good football. Sharada says Seattle. Somebody might she might have been doing some homework. Uncle Steve says Seattle. Mom, you can't pick with your heart, but you're going with Arizona. 'Cause Mom, you can't pick with your heart. Oh, E went with Arizona. Okay, E. E went with Arizona. They've been playing some good football. I can't deny that they haven't been playing good football. They've been playing some good football. I still don't think they beat that Seattle team. I'm going Seattle. I don't think they've been playing some good football. They beat the Cowboys, but I don't think they I just don't think they have enough to beat that Seattle team. Um, all right, next game, Green Bay at Denver. Now, I mean, this is one of them another one of those no-brainers too. And it's kind of hard to say that it's a no-brainer um, with this Denver team because this Denver team has been up and down. Well, they have been down more than they've been up, but I'm just saying like they still got I don't know what they got because they're trading everybody. I'm trying to help you out, Denver. Y'all not making it easy for me. Um, oh man. So Joanna went Green Bay. Um, I don't know. This is crazy. I like Russ. I don't think it's all Russ' fault, but he did stink it up last week. 95 yards or something last week passing. Russ, you did stink it up last week. Um, But I don't think it's all your fault, but it's that Denver team is just terrible right now. Denver at home, and they've been struggling. They got to win at home today. I would like them to win at home today. I would like to see them win at home today. Um, I don't know if it's going to happen. So I'm guessing you picking Denver. E. Um, I don't know if they get it done. My mom picks Green Bay. I just don't. I don't know about that team, man. Like I want to pick them, but I think I'm going to go. I think we're gonna go Green Bay on that one. I just don't. I don't know. Uncle Steve says Denver. I mean, like I said, I want to believe that Denver can pull it off. I do. I just don't think they have enough to be able to pull it off. Um, I Denver's just they're not playing the way we thought they would when the season started. All right. Next game, um, the Los Angeles Chargers at Kansas City Chiefs. That is actually a good game too. Chargers coming off the loss against the Cowboys. They're playing against the Kansas City Chiefs, who just got Miko Harmon back. Does that factor in, with their issues at receiver? Because Kadarius Tony been dropping the ball all over their receivers, been dropping the ball all over the place. The only person they can rely on is Travis Kelsey, and he's been banged up. Joanna goes Chargers. Joanna says Chargers. My mom goes Kansas City. Um, I'm gonna go Kansas City as well on that one. I think that Uncle Steve goes to Kansas City too. I think that I think Kansas City getting Miko Harmon back. Um, I think they not saying that he's this all pro receiver, but I think that they got him back and he'll be able to solidify that receiver position a little bit more so that they don't have to rely on Travis Kelsey as much. He goes Kansas City too. Um, yeah, so I think Kansas City get that one done today. Um, all right, our 8:15 game. I know two people in here probably going to pick against us, but Eagles or Miami Dolphins at the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, I'm going Philly. I'm definitely going Philly. I think Philly finds a way to get it done. Oh, the one person that I said was going to go against it, or the two people I said was going to go against them, going against us, one of them picked the Eagles. That's like breaking news. That's like, oh my goodness. Like, Joanna picks the Eagles. Okay, we gonna win today. Uncle Steve, that's the other person I knew he was gonna pick the Dolphins. All right. Me, I got the Eagles. E got the Eagles. My mom got the Eagles. Oh man, now we're gonna win. Joanna picked the Eagles. We definitely gonna win. Would you say, E? I hate to say this, but we lose today. E said we lost. We lose today. Oh, E, you keeping it real though. I respect it. Oh, I would put you down for the Eagles. So you going Dolphins? E, come on, E. You going Dolphins on us? You going? You going like E? You got to change that pick, man. Tell me why you think we lose, E. Tell me why. I need to hear that one. Yeah, we got something to prove. Like we gotta we came off a miserable loss last week, so I definitely think we come out. We had the players only meeting. I definitely think we come out on fire today. Um he said he keeping it real. All right, E, I respect it. You know I respect it. You know that. But oh man, I don't think that. Oh man. She said, "What?" That's my man. He's a diehard Eagles fan. Don't get him. He's a diehard Eagles fan. He's keeping it real though. Like you can't be biased in football. You can't be biased just because that's your team. I get it. I understand what he's saying. I'm nervous about the game. I don't think that it's just going to be an easy game. I appreciate the honesty that he's given. You know what I mean? But I think we come out with that victory. I don't think we go down two straight losses. I think we come out with that victory because I think we do what I've been saying all morning is get pressure onto it and we run the ball. I think that players only meeting will translate into the coaches looking at it like, yo, let's actually do something better for this team to get them in better positions to win. Sorry, excuse me, which means run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And if that happens, I think we win. But if it don't happen, unfortunately, he's gonna be right. Two is gonna pick us apart because our defense is gonna be on the field all game long, and we lose that game. She said we win it just because everybody against it. Nah, I mean everybody ain't against it, but it is. I mean it's not an easy game to win. The Miami Dolphins are the fastest team in the league. You can't discount that. You can't at all. We're gonna win because we lost to the Jets for one. Yeah, I mean we we need to bounce back, but that I mean we ain't gonna we just it's football. We can't just say that. We just can't say that we gonna win because of that loss. Um, and we not going down like that. I hear you. I hear you. Let me get to this last game real quick. The 49ers Monday night at Minnesota. 49ers Monday night at Arizona. I mean at Minnesota. Minnesota's banged up. Justin Jefferson is out. I think they did win last week, but San Fran got some injuries itself too. San Fran has got Debo out. Christian McCaffrey is a game time decision. So, can they still do they still have enough to win? I think they do. Joanna says San Fran. Um, I'm gonna go 49ers as well. Uncle Steve goes 49ers. Oh, I gotta put you down. Text me your picks after the game. I mean after the show. Eagles, 49ers. Um, Mom, you said 49ers. Uh, I got you down, Uncle Steve, right? 49ers. I think we all picked the 49ers. The Minnesota Vikings are they're terrible. They're on the verge of a rebuild. Um, I think the Minnesota Vikings are probably going to be trading some, maybe a couple guys. People are saying that they don't think they're going to trade Kirk Cousins because he has a no trade clause, and he's saying that he doesn't want to be traded. But I don't see them. Uh, I think they try to do something where they get rid of Kirk Cousins, but I don't know. But they'll probably trade some people on their defense. There's reports out there that the Eagles, Howie Roseman, is talking to the Denver Broncos for Patrick Surtain. That will be a significant upgrade. And you got to think we still got the young boy who's been suspended from the Colts. We signed him after the Colts cut him, Isaiah Rodgers. That tandem next year, along with because I know we signed Bradbury to a 3-year deal. I don't know. If we get Surtain, I like uniform. That would be a good pickup. Who would y'all like to see trade deadline come and join the Philadelphia Eagles? Me personally, I'm looking more defense. I think everybody's probably looking more defense than anything because the defensive side of the ball is where we got most of our injuries at. Um, I like to see if we can get some more linemen in because I don't know if Lane goes down again with his ankle injury that Jack Driscoll is the answer, especially if Lane has to miss significant time. Like, can we rely on Jack Driscoll to help win games? Especially if we're not going to help him out, we gotta be able to at least help him out. Throw some running backs over there, chip the defensive ends on the other teams because last week he was getting spit around. So I like to see them get maybe somebody on the offensive line and maybe a cornerback or a safety to solidify the defense. I think our linebackers will be fine. I think we need to find ways to get our linebackers home and get coverage, to get some sacks. But I think that if we get some safeties and a cornerback, that'll really help us out in the long run to be able to sustain these, to be able to match up with some of these teams with these fast receivers. Because who knows? Today we might be looking at a Super Bowl preview with the Eagles and the Dolphins. Because a lot of people were picking the Dolphins to come out of the AFC, and a lot of people have been picking the Eagles coming out the NFC. But we ain't gonna come out the NFC playing like this. We ain't coming. Even if we did come out the NFC playing like this, we can't win a Super Bowl playing one-dimensional football. It's not gonna happen. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care how dominant Julio Jones is. I don't care how dominant AJ Brown is or Smitty. If you playing against a top 10 defense in the league and you're only passing the ball, you will not win. Look at my brother-in-law. What's up, bro? Thanks for joining. Finally, you joined. I've been sending you invitations all week long. Yeah, man, he's another Dallas fan. Like, man, these Dallas fans gotta get out of here. You know, um, you need to come on every week. Every week I'm on here every Sunday, at 11 a.m. You should be on here, man. You could come on here and talk about your Cowboys if you want. Y'all gonna lose. Y'all gonna lose again. Y'all on the bye week this week. Y'all bums. But anyway, we can't win a game by being, one dimensional. I understand, bro. I appreciate you being here. Whenever you get on, like I said, every Sunday, and I'll DM you the link every time I come on, so you can know. Just whenever you're not busy, you can come on. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we can't be one dimensional. We gotta be able to mix it up do exactly what the Dolphins do. They run the ball, they pass the ball, they keep you on your toes, and that's how they win the game. Win the games. Listen, it's my time. Again, I appreciate all you guys supporting the live, supporting the show. Thanks for coming on this week here at Top Shelf Sports Talk. We don't just talk sports while having a drink. We have a drink while talking sports. Appreciate all the love, support. If y'all don't mind tagging, sharing this live to your friends, make sure y'all put y'all post notifications on so when I go live and with the Sixers starting up next week, I might be going doing some lives with them. Look at Jason. He late. He just waking up. You know. Thanks, E. I appreciate you, man. Look forward to seeing you next week. Um, again, appreciate all the support y'all been giving me. I hope to see y'all next week. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Peace.